Good evening and welcome to America's Freedom Media. I'm your host, the Angry American. Well, tonight's video I've got for you is regarding Democratic senators attacking a Catholic judicial nominee over her religion. It comes from the Washington Free Beacon. Jack Heretik is the author. I kid you not, the guy's name is really Heretik, which I find comical. Democratic senators on Wednesday attacked federal judicial nominee Amy Coney Barrett, a professor at Notre Dame Law School, over her faith. Barrett's Catholic religion was brought under the microscope by Democratic senators during her testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee, Newz reported. Senator Dianne Feinstein, Democrat from California, referred to a 20-year-old article Barrett co-wrote entitled Catholic Judges in Capital Cases. Feinstein told Barrett that based on the article, it was clear, and I quote from Feinstein, "The dogma lives loudly within you," speaking of Judge Barrett's Christian faith. Feinstein was not the only Democratic lawmaker to attack Barrett based on her faith. I think your article is very plain in your perspective about the role of religion for judges, and particularly with regard to Catholic judges, Senator Mazie Hirono, Democrat from Hawaii, said. Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois, asked Barrett about her religious beliefs and called her an Orthodox Catholic based on Barrett's use of the term in the 1998 article. Barrett clarified for Durbin that she used the term only for lack of a better one for observant Catholic. "I am a Catholic, Senator Durbin," Barrett said. Barrett plainly said her faith would not have any place in her role as a judge, and apparently it hasn't thus far. She's on the Supreme Court of her home state. Senator Ben Sasse, Republican from Nebraska, rose to Barrett's defense and pointed out that the line of questioning by Democrats was unconstitutional. In fact, it is. "I think some of the questioning that you have been subjected to today seems to miss some of these constitutional protections we all have," Sasse said. "The Constitution prohibits scrutiny of a public official's religious beliefs, and so it does." I have some clips from her hearing, and I'm going to let you watch those clips, and we'll be back with you to talk some more about it.
You have a long history of believing that your religious beliefs should prevail. Over time, we learn to also judge what they think and whether their thoughts enable them to be free to observe the law.
So in spite of the fact that you had written in an earlier article that Catholic judges, and you would be a Catholic judge, you would not recuse yourself from death penalty cases. Well, then let me pose the question, then if you were not up for a circuit court but for a district court, would you recuse yourself as a Catholic judge from death penalty cases?
Why is it that so many of us,
Because you're freaking demonic, that's why.
have this very uncomfortable feeling that, dogma and law are two different things. And I think whatever a religion is,
Senator
it has its
Feinstein, I
own
doubt
dogma.
you're behind knows what
The law
religion even is.
It's totally different. And I think in your case, Professor, when you read your speeches, the conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you. And
Can you believe the arrogance of this
that's
old
of
witch?
concern when you come to big issues that large numbers of people have fought for for years in this country.
Religious belief, and it is relevant in that you have many times spoken out as a professor
I need to correct myself. I spoke earlier saying that Professor Barrett was a Supreme Court justice in her own home state.
This article of
I'm
20 years
mistaken.
ago,
She is not.
she
She's
John
a law
Garvey,
professor at Notre Dame.
as I understand it, you now say you don't agree with. Is that correct?
No, Senator Durbin, I agree with the article's main point, as I said, which is that any kind of conviction, religious or otherwise, should never surpass the law. A judge can never follow or impose that judge's personal conviction upon litigants in the decision of cases. And that was the article's main point, and I agree with it. Would I, sitting here today, write that article the same way or say that it's an exact mirror image of how I would feel now, 20 years older? No. I mean, but it's the thrust of it, that core point, which restates 28 U.S.C. 455's ethical obligation, I obviously, as every judge would, adhere to.
So let me ask you this question. I'm a product of 19 years of Catholic education.
You sure could
Once
never
in a
tell
while,
it.
I know that the church has not agreed with a vote of mine, and has let me know. You use a term in that article, or you both use a term in that article I'd never seen before. You refer to Orthodox Catholics. What's an Orthodox Catholic?
As I recall, that term, we said something like, for lack of a better term, we're using the term Orthodox Catholic, and there was a long footnote saying, that was an imperfect term. It could, refer to Orthodox Judaism, Greek Orthodox. And so we kind of passed about, but what that term was designed to capture, because we were talking about conscientious objection, was a judge who accepted the church's teaching that the death penalty would be impermissible in that case. We wrote about it from the perspective of a Catholic judge because my professor, John Garvey, had already undertaken that project, but it's really a problem that could face a judge of any religion or no religion at all who had a conscientious objection to the death penalty.
Well, guys, this just goes to show you exactly who the Democrats are. They use religious tests, unconstitutional religious tests, to try to disqualify a competent lady from the judicial for the simple reason to obstruct the will of the people and what's good for the United States. They use all kinds of vile, filthy rhetoric to try to close down anyone with a Christian faith. It's horrible, it's horrific, and we should not allow this to happen in our country anymore. It's time to see these Democrats for who they really are, the vile, filthy demons they truly are. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a blessed evening, and if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell if you'd like to receive notifications. Have a blessed evening.